You got to send this to any theater mom or dad that you know. It's from an essay that I wrote for South Jersey Magazine. Hope you enjoy. S. Eliot once wrote that April is the cruelest month, which means he obviously never spent a March in South Jersey. They say that March comes in like a lion, but in our fair state, it isn't just any lion. Jersey March is a drunk, angry lion driving a 2004 Ford Taurus littered with lotto scratch-offs and about to ruin Sunday gravy with yet another loan request. March is as cold as February and as rainy as April, and it doesn't even have the common decency to be as short as those months. So, while we wallow in the ice-flecked mud of yet another miserable March, let's talk about the one good thing about this month. March is the beginning of High School Musical season. I'm a theater dad, which is not something I ever expected to be. See, my wife is a champion athlete, chock full of all the genetics necessary for producing muscle, processing oxygen, and having her limbs do what her brain tells them to do. And me? I'm a comedian. My only talent lies in the ability to nap easily at select mid-budget hotels around the country. So the fact that our DNA combined to create at least 2 theater kids is a genetic mystery. It just shouldn't be. And yet every March we find ourselves seated at a middle school or high school theater watching our kids dance and act and sing. And there are a particular set of challenges in raising theater kids that my wife and I, as first-generation theater parents, are experiencing for the first time. First, let's talk about auditions, all right? Inside of every theater kid, there are 2 wolves, one named Preparation and the other named Panic. And those 2 wolves fight each other every night. Gotta stay strong, all right? When they ask you for the 947th time if you think they're auditioning for the right character, you're gonna wanna punch an outline of the tragedy mask in your drywall, but you can't. You just gotta smile, tell them yes, and then go back to listening them try out 400 different variations on how their character might say hello. And then there's the time between the audition and the release of the cast list, a time when your kid will swing from ecstatic confidence to dark despair with the same jittery caprice as a squirrel being subjected to 4th of July fireworks. Your job? You have to soothe their insecure soul at the same time you affirm, as much as your personal ethics will allow you, all the catty comments they're making about the other kids who auditioned. And there will be a lot. And then there's rehearsals, when you're going to eat up every afternoon idling in your car, looking at a line of other cars, trying to figure out which one of them holds the parents of the conniving demon that stole the part your perfect angel wanted. And you'll be driving to local businesses where you'll watch your kids hard sell the management on buying space in the playbill with all the subtlety of a timeshare team talking to a group of trapped tourists at a conference room at a Ramada in Jacksonville, Florida. Oh, and don't forget the shout out that you have to buy for your kid, a piece of writing that has to tiptoe on the razor's edge between sincerity and not embarrassing them totally. These 2 simple sentences carry so much weight and require so much editing and focus, they make the wording of an international treaty look like the description of pancakes on the IHOP menu. Then, after all the anxiety, and the rehearsals, and the anxiety, and the late nights, and also the anxiety, it's show night. And in that instant, when you see your kid on stage, every single second of it becomes worth it. Show night is the night you get to watch your son, a person who almost burned down your house because he once cooked a marshmallow for 2 solid minutes in a microwave to make us some more, becomes something amazing. Something like a German scientist, or a rapper, or even Shrek. It's a glorious feeling. It's what I imagine my father would have felt if I had been better at throwing a baseball. Living through March is like eating a bowl full of your least favorite cereal, dry, with a fork. So why not warm up your soul by attending a few local productions at your high school and watching these amazing kids do amazing work? I might be a little biased, but there's one coming up at Seneca High School in Tabernacle, New Jersey, March 20, 21, and 22. It's called Mean Girls, and I have a particular interest in Kevin G. Check them out.